Hello, welcome to today's immigration tidbit. So, there are a lot of people who want to come into the US but don't want to have a green card. And so the question is, how can they come? Well, if you don't have a green card and you're not applying for asylum or applying for lawful permanent residency status, you can get what's called a non-immigrant visa. Now, there's ones that everybody knows about, and then there are ones that not too many people know about, but that you might qualify. And they're divided into many different subject areas. So, the ones that everybody knows about would be like the B2, that's the visitor visa. Um, and a lot of people, unfortunately, know about the U visa. That's because of, people who are victims of crime. But you can divide the visas into the non-immigrant visas into various categories such as educational, okay, that would be F&M, uh, under work type visa, that would be H1B, H2B, O1, P1, and so forth. Religious or cultural type visas, that's the R and the Q. Investment related visas, non immigrant visas, such as the E2, the E1, the L1, the L1A, the L1B, and transit type visas, diplomatic visas, there's all different kinds. And then there's a group of criminally related ones where, in one way or another, you're either a victim or a witness, and so forth. And each of them have their own requirements and their own requisites in order to be able to get here. Now, unlike applications for the green card, such as if you have let's say you have a fourth preference or a sibling petition, you can have an employment petition for the green card at the same time. You can have two competing green card applications at the same time, and the first one to the finish line wins. That's not the case with non-immigrant visas. You cannot apply, for example, for an H-1B and then do a change of status and then apply for another one while the change of status is pending type thing. You need to wait for resolution before. Now, the non-immigrant visa means that you are coming here with the authorization of whatever the intended purpose of that particular visa is, and you can't go past that. That's why so many times, I can't tell you, people will come here on H-1B and they'll say, is it okay that I start my own business? And I'll go, no, that's not okay. You have authorization to work at the company who petitioned you. And then 90% of the time, the follow up was, well, what if I am a silent partner and I just passively invest in this company? Well, somehow it got out there that passive investments are okay. And so, whatever people do in order to try to satisfy immigration, they just stick the word passive in there. And making your own company and being a silent partner is not a passive investment. Okay? I mean, somebody has to run the business. The profits go up and down. The decisions that are made go on exactly the opposite of passive. They go to benefit the shareholders, the silent partners, and everybody. So even if you don't say a word, you're seriously affecting the outcome of the decision making. So the point I'm making is that if you have a non-immigrant visa, you're here for that purpose and nothing more. While there could be various exceptions, like for example, if you come on a visitor visa, it's okay. If you're going to, for example, negotiate contracts for your business outside the United States or to go to a convention, those type of things, and those are specifically listed in the Code of Federal Regulations. However, the particulars of each non-immigrant visa have to be followed. And then what happens is you have a certain date you have to leave by. So you can either file an extension, not all of them, but you can file an extension of the types of visas you want, whether like it's a training visa, which would be like a J1 or an H3. You can file an extension. You could apply for a completely different type of non-immigrant visa, or you could do just a change of status type thing. So those allow you to stay here longer depending on the situation. Okay?